Stop projecting all of those fears. Stop projecting mental health conditions, stories, all of that onto you and your person. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Career Union. Happy Saturday. I'm super excited because I just got this sweatshirt in that I designed. It just says good vibes. It's kind of distressed and vintage, and the sweatshirt itself is like 100% cotton. So right out of the gate, it feels like this old, broken in, super comfy sweatshirt. So I'm probably going to be ordering a ton of them in my own little designs. I wanted to share a little story that happened with one of my clients and her mirror soul to inspire you because she just heard back from him after a year and a half of crickets and silence. After we met, I gave her inner work to do and explained what to do through intervals throughout the day, like I share with you guys for free online through my videos. But she persisted. She had moments, obviously, that insecurities came up, but she continued to allow herself to, go there energetically. He ended up reaching out to her. So I just wanted to share this to inspire you. And then I also want to share something that I manifested again. So you guys know I manifested this home that I'm in. I had other options. I had other homes I could have purchased that, already that was brand new, but this is the one that I felt in my heart, at least for now in my life. And I knew there were a lot of things I was going to have to replace, renovate, repair, all of that. And I knew that obviously if I'm living here, then those things were going to have to happen while I am physically here. When I'm in it, it doesn't feel good. So, anyway, I want to use an example of something else that I just manifested yesterday that I also believe will help you understand that we are selecting and choosing. So, before I get further into this, if you do love my content, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps my channel grow. I appreciate you for that. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your specific person or anything else, email a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Go to my website, coreunion.com, book whatever you want to book. My scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you with my next available session. So first, the situation, and this will be short and sweet, what I just manifested with my house. Then the story with my client that her person came back after a year and a half after we had our sessions. So the home that I'm in has a well, and so the well water goes through a treatment system. When I first moved in, obviously the water was inspected for every possible thing, and the radon level was perfectly normal. In case you guys don't know, radon is something that can be normal, that can be in the air or in the water in any building. If it's gone untreated for years and you're exposed to it for a good amount of time, it is the leading cause of lung cancer. So anyway, it's not something that you want to it's something that you just definitely want to address if it's present in the home. So now everything was fine when I got everything inspected. I did not like that the water that's treated was feeling too soft, because when water is treated with too much salt, it ends up feeling too soft and it ends up feeling slimy. And I hate the feeling of that. I've had homes in the past with well water. So, anyway, there I go downstairs and I'm looking at the system and I'm looking at the pipes and I'm looking at all the little levers. So I look at one of the levers that I know is the one that is controlling how much water is getting passed through the treatment of the water. So I decide, well, if I turn this lever just a bit, it will allow some of the raw water to bypass the system, and it will allow some of the elements in to reduce the softness of the water. So then the showering and everything will feel good to me again because I love taking showers. I did that. It felt good after about a week or so. It felt perfect. I was proud of myself. I then obviously had a technician come in just to, kind of look specifically at the system, and one little thing had to be replaced. I discussed this with him and he asked me if I wanted to get another water test done. So yes, I did want to. that water test came back with a level of 20,000, whatever it is, of radon in the water. And I went and I got a second opinion. I got another inspection done, and now it was 30,000. So now every time when I'm taking a shower, I'm feeling uncomfortable because I know that the way we inhale the radon is through like showering and when you're doing dishes and things like that, it's rising up. And so I know that I'm breathing this in. But I also remember that I do have a choice and a decision. Now, regardless, I'm obviously going to address this. And if I need to have a new system installed, of course I'm going to do that. Long story short, I end up reaching out to another company. I explained the scenario. She did tell me that in a nice way that I was incorrect, that it's not possible that what I did could have caused this. Respectfully, I said, okay, fine. Can you please do the test again? She did the test. Within a few days, which was now yesterday, she came back to give me the results. Within those few days, every single time I showered and I was feeling myself uncomfortable, I continued to just go to the end that the water is safe, that I'm safe, I'm protected, I'm healthy. And I allowed myself to get out of the fear energy. And then I reminded myself, I do have a choice in this. What are my choices? I can choose that the results come back as high and that I end up having to install a $3 or $4 or $5,000 system. Okay, that's something, of course, I can do, but I would prefer that the results come back and that I do not need to do anything, that it's already safe and healthy. And that, as it turns out, it was what I did. She came back yesterday. The results were normal. There was no more radon. So that was a decision that I decided. Okay. And I trusted in that. Now, I always, when I wake up in the morning, I always go right into getting in union, being one with God, and trusting that everything that needs to happen in every area of my life is being handled. Okay. And then I go into other affirmations around all of the different areas of my life. I allow myself to experience things in my imagination, and I trust that it's all already done. Okay. So, just a perfect example. Now, to my client, I just wanted to share this quick inspirational success story with her mirror soul without going into any of her private details. When she was younger, she already knew that she loved her mirror soul. Something happened to him that was traumatic. Because this thing that happened with him, it was very traumatic. She had a bit of a limiting belief within her that because of this, he would not be able to be vulnerable and loving and nurturing. Okay. So uh, let's just leave it there. Now, through the years, different ups and downs and back and forth things happened with him. So I gave her the inner work to do. And like I told you, it was crickets for the past year and a half. The last session that we had, she told me that out of nowhere, he literally reached out to her to see how she's doing. She responded. They did end up communicating. She shared with him how she was hurt in the past. Initially, he said he forgot all about it. Then he apologized and he told her he wasn't in his right mind at that time in his life. He acknowledged that he knew how much she loved him. They continued to talk for a good amount of time. Over the next day or a couple days, communication was consistent. She ended up sending him something. She is doing something related to her career on a social public platform. She sent that to him. He replied something that was relatively short, just a few words. She started to get in her feelings about it because now this is slipping into this fear that he's not able to be open, loving, and vulnerable. But that's all that fear was that was starting to rise up within her. She corrected that and she did, the inner work around it very swiftly and quickly. He then replied that he watched what she sent him and he couldn't stop telling her basically how beautiful she is. Okay. So please take this as inspiration that you can safely let go of your fear around whatever the circumstance was that you unintentionally projected onto your mirror soul. If there's some sort of a story around abandonment, rejection, not being good enough, if you're loved, you're going to lose, anything that happens that's good in your life, you end up losing it. All of those fears. Stop projecting all of those fears. Stop projecting mental health conditions, stories, all of that onto you and your person. And remain consistent and aware that your entire reality and everyone in your personal reality are your divine messengers, always showing you who you are being. If you truly want to have a transformation in your reality with your mirror soul, your specific person, then you need to have a true transformation within you. Stop doing things that will pull you out of alignment by messing around with your 3D to check for evidence. The only evidence that you need is the desire itself. The longing, the burning, the desire for your person is a good thing. But there's a difference between a yearning and a longing from lack versus a yearning and a longing from deep, passionate love. You want to go into that energy and see that this is mutual, and the two of you guys feel safe and secure, feeling this intensity of passion and love when you guys are together. The feeling of intense passion and love feels safe in your bodies. Okay. Please affirm down below. I trust that what's in my heart and soul with my mirror soul is already created and done. And then reach out to me if you need me. I love you. I hope this video helped. Have an amazing day. Goodbye.